Oh, well, everybody's heard about the bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird's a word. Oh, well, a bird, bird, bird. Bird is a word. Oh, well, a bird, don't you know?
Hello there, welcome to Birdman 316's Playpen. What we have here is a lidi RC. Now the box says it's an L15, but it has hover hold features, so I'm going to go ahead and call it an L15hw, H for hover and W for Wi-Fi. Now in this one here, we simply have a 808 mate. You see it right there. It's the 808 mate. It's really close. It's actually touching the ground, but we're going to be really careful. We're not going to run the camera. We're just going to see how this handles carrying the weight of the camera. This there's only the second flight of this bird here. I did run the brushes in last night on these motors, and I found a battery with some kind of power in it, and flew it around a little bit for about 2 minutes, and landed it. When the LVC hit, all the lights up front, they flashed too, as well as the ones in the back. They all flashed, all four at the same time, just like the back ones do now. The front ones will do the same thing with the back ones. So this is a interesting setup here. See, it's got the stick that self-centers, and I guess we all look at this right here. The switch right here, button facing you. Check this out. Cut the lights off and come back on. This is your speed control right here. This left shoulder button, and it's a 3-speed. Back down to speed number 1. This one here, this is supposed to be an automatic takeoff and land, where I guess we'll experiment with that here shortly. This one here is a no-go for me. I don't do flips, so I'm not going to even bother with that one. And this, of course, is your pitch and roll stick right here, and your trims. I think one of these, I think usually it's this one that does your camera and your photos on the SEMA version, but this is a Wi-Fi version, so it's got a little chip clip that goes here, and you put your cell phone right there, so you can have a monitor and your camera. Of course, you know, it's got the antenna on it and stuff, but this one right here is the 808 mate. So we're going to just try to hit this button right here and see what happens. Nothing happens. Let's see what happens when we arm the motors. I had to get out of there. She kept rising. She was going to hit the ceiling. Now I did the gyro calibration, and she seems like she's right there. Now this doesn't have GPS on it. It's got the hover hold feature, but it's steady though. How you doing, man? Now, just look how steady this thing is. I'm not touching the radio. You would think it has a GPS on it, but it don't. I'm going to yaw around this way. I think I was on an incline a little bit when I set the gyros. When you set the gyros on this one, it's both sticks down left, and the transmitter's going to beep a little bit and all that good stuff, and all the lights are going to flash. Now I'm not running a timer on this. Now when all 4 of those lights are flashing, we're going to fly it till well, hopefully it won't drop. Hopefully it'll land itself softly, and once all those lights are flashed on the LVC, I'm going to make sure I'm over the grass. So in case she does decide to drop, it'll be over the soft grass and she won't get hurt. Now let me turn this around and show you something. Okay, I have red legs on the front of here. Now you can tell, let me raise it up a little bit. I have red props on the front. You can barely see them. It's nighttime, you can't really see them that good, but you can see them just a little bit. But I used to have red legs on the front I didn't like that, so I went ahead and put all 4 black legs on. I had black on the back, and I had the red up front. I mean, look at that. Look. No hands. It's just, there. You think it has GPS, but it don't. It's the lidi RC, just like they say with the X16 and the X8s. The X16 is the everything we wish the X8 would be. This here is everything we wish that the X5 could be. I mean, this thing is a home run. And you're not going to believe the price of this thing. $35. $35. That's all it costs, is $35. Had to get back a little bit there. I'm going to practice something. I'm practicing my manual orbits, pulling both sticks apart like this. I'm kind of drifting away from myself a little bit. But to do the other way, you just push both sticks inward like this. See how she's about to hit my truck there. There we go. Raise her up just a little bit now. We're going to continue on with the manual orbits. Now if that camera is going, I could be recording myself, sort of. But it seems like she's holding that camera really well. Let's try speed number 2. Now remember, you hit this bumper button. Well, I thought we did. Well, gee whiz, you seen it here, you saw it here first. I'm hitting that button. It's not working, but being that this is a camera bird, I'm not really too worried about it. This is a good budget friendly camera bird. I mean, the bird's like $35, the camera's $30, so you got like a total package of $65 here. A $65 camera bird if you want to use this camera, but you can use the Wi-Fi camera if you wish, but you best stay in pretty close because the Wi-Fi signal and the signal of the bird, they're both on 2.4, and you're not going to get too much of a range because they're going to be fighting each other. They're going to be saying, hey, I'm the boss. No, I'm the boss. I'm the boss. No, I'm the boss. Yeah. Sit down and shut up. I'm the boss. I'm 2.4. Yeah, I'm the boss. You know, they're going to be arguing. Who needs all that? There we go. All the lights are flashing now. What I'm going to do is yaw it around this way. I'm going to go over this way. And I'm going to bring this altitude down a little bit. You notice how it comes down nice and smooth. The SEMA, it's real jumpy, and it just goes crazy. Even the big SEMAs do. Yeah, she's wanting to drift. She's not holding her position too good, even though it's not a GPS bird. It has hover hold. There we go. I'm not touching anything. She landed kind of quickly, but she didn't drop and hit the deck really hard. You do get a few seconds to bring it in, land it safe, and once the LVC hits, like I said before, it's good to do a new battery pack like this one time. And when we go inside to edit this video, I'm gonna write down the time, total flight time, carrying this camera here. Now, if it wasn't carrying this camera, it'd be a little bit more. But we're just gonna see what it did. And this is a lidi RC. I'm gonna call it the L15hw. I think it's just called the L15, but I'm gonna call it the L15hw. This is Birdman 316. Sayonara. Hello there, this is Birdman 316 out here again with the lidi RC L15hw. Now I'm not sure if the HW is really on the model name, but I'll put it there anyway because it's H for hover hold and W for Wi-Fi. Now we have the Wi-Fi camera actually hooked up. Point it towards myself here, and I can see myself on the FPV screen, which is on this phone here. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. Now what we're going to do here today, we're going to see how this works. This is the first time I've ever did a review of any kind using the actual Wi-Fi camera that comes on these birds, because we all know that the Wi-Fi can cause problems if you go too far out with them. So we already calibrated it and everything like that. We'll set it right there. We're going to do the one key takeoff, which you have to have the motors engaged for it to work. Now on this app, there's two of them. There is a blue one and there's a red one. I tried both. The blue one does not work, but the red one does work. So make sure you use the red lidi RC Wi-Fi app. We are going to engage the motors now. I'm hoping it's down out or down in. Let's find out. Oh, that's right, neither one. You got to raise this stick up like this. This button right here is one key to take off. But first, let's start that recording. I think it has red numbers indicating recording. At least I hope it does. Well, if you don't have anything on this phone after... Well, actually the yellow, the record lights up yellow. You guys probably can't see it. But here we go. We're going to take off pushing this button right here and see how high it rises. Yeah, she raises up probably about 4 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, something like that. Yeah, she's drifting a little bit, but we're going to raise her up a little bit anyway. We're in speed number 1. We're just going to fly around till LVC, and we're going to see how long this flies with the stock camera on here. I'm not even looking at my screen, but perhaps I need to. But I'm so used to flying line of sight that I totally forget the screen's even there. As far as like the FPV screen, the Wi-Fi FPV. But let's see if the speed control button works. It's this button right here. For some reason, in the air, you can hear it clicking. For some reason in the air it doesn't want to work. I don't know why, but it doesn't. Maybe I've got a funny unit. I don't know, but for filming you don't need to be running really fast unless you're running a FPV racing machine or something. Then you need the high speed when you're racing. But this is not a racer. This is a camera bird right here. This is modeled, this is a clone and modeled after the SEMA L15hw. But this right here is a lot better than the SEMA one. I love my SEMAs now, don't get me wrong. But this thing right here will outfly the SEMA version. Like I said in another video, this is everything that we wish the SEMA could be. Let's step over here to the field. Have a little more room to stretch your little legs, you know. Go up just a little bit more. Now when filming, you want to be as steady as you can for filming purposes. But this isn't a professional filming bird. This is a fun flyer. But it does a wonderful job anyway. LVC already, can you believe it? Wow. I guess the camera takes a little bit of power to work, I guess, you know? Oh well, let's find a spot over here to land. You can see all the lights are flashing all at one time. That means LVC, and probably the best thing to do would be to go ahead and land. If she won't fall down, but she will bring herself down pretty quickly. Bring her over here a little bit. I'm gonna land her over here. There we go. Oh, she's landing herself. She said, I ain't waiting on you, I'm landing anyway. So let's cut this recording off by hitting this camera icon right here. The yellow light goes off. I thought there'd be a counter here, but I don't see a counter. But oh well, I guess it's okay. No biggie. Didn't seem to fly much longer than it did the other night when I had that little 808 mate camera on here. But anyway, you still got feed though. You can see me turning the bird and everything and all that stuff. So this is a revisit of this old classic bird here, the lidi RC L15hw. Well, I put the HW in there because it sounds really cool, and that's what it really is. This is a really nice bird. I mean, this one right here was 35 bucks, just like it is. Of course, it didn't come with this phone though. It come with the camera. Well, this right here, it came with the camera, and everything was white. All the props were white. The landing legs were white. I like to dress up my stuff a little bit to be different. So this is Birdman 316. You guys have a great one, and see you in the next video. Sayonara.